Yes. Hello, good morning. I'm Blanca and I'm from Mexico. And today I'm going to work with this house that I found in the market. I hope you enjoy this live. This house is made of clay, as you can see, but honestly, I don't like the colors. So I'm going to change the decoration of this house and I'm going to make it um, more pink, and I'm going to work with some laser gels and also with decor paints chalky. And I hope you like it. If you want to write your questions, I can see them in the tablet. So I hope you enjoy this. First of all, I am going to use the decor paint chalky because then I am going to use this crackle medium that it's, as you can see, it's transparent, but it's going to look very beautiful. So I'm going to start with the crackle. I want to let this dry. Let me see which this color that I am using is chestnut, and this is from the Paint Chucky. This doesn't have any varnish, so I am going to apply the color here. I know that the first color is very dark, but then I am going to use softer colors. Hello, Juliana, how are you? Como ustedes saben, yo les explico un poquito en español y un poquito en inglés. Entonces, espero que les guste. Ahorita estoy usando un color de la línea de Decor Paint Chucky. Y como ven, es un color oscuro, es un color que se llama chestnut. Esta va a ser mi base porque después lo que voy a hacer es que voy a aplicar el, el craquelador. Entonces primero lo voy a pintar todo del mismo color porque esta va a ser la base. Esta prácticamente no se va a ver, se van a ver las craqueladas. Hello Isabella, how are you? Sorry that I didn't wait for some people to be connected, but as you know, you can watch the live in another time from the beginning in YouTube or in Facebook. Recuerden que pueden ver los videos después, ya sea en la página de Pentar o en el canal de YouTube, ahí también se van guardando. Entonces, ahorita lo que voy a hacer es que voy a estar pintando esta casa con un solo color y ya después voy a ir agregando los colores pastel. Probablemente no tenga que usar la secadora porque donde estoy está haciendo calor, entonces va a secar muy rápido todo lo que podemos estar trabajando. Esto va a ser una casita de primavera. Le voy a estar, como ustedes saben, me gustan mucho las rosas, entonces le voy a agregar algunas aplicaciones con arcilla y algunas otras aplicaciones de resina que ya tengo preparadas. As I said at the beginning of the live, I didn't like the colors that this house has. So I am going to change this. And I am, as you know, I am using Penta products. Some of the live from Penta are in Hungarian, but this time this is going to be in English and Spanish. But if you don't speak very well these languages, you can watch. Right now my house is just one color, but I am going to add some things made of wood, some things made of resin, and other ones with clay. And at the end, I am going to add some flowers. It doesn't have to be perfect, because then I am going to add the crackle medium, and then I am going to add a color that it's going to be. I choose blues, beige, pinks for this house. I cannot see all the comments here in my screen. They are. Okay. I am going to let this dry a little bit, and then I am going to add the crackle medium. So it's okay. I'm not going to paint this because here I am going to add some windows. I have two windows that I made with Stamperia molds. Let me see where they are. Here. These are the windows that I am going to glue at the end right here. These are made with resin. And here I have a flower that I made with clay. I am going to do two more flowers that I am going to put right here to cover the ones that we have. And for these, as I told you, they are made with resin, so I am going to need an primer to paint them. here is my bonding primer that it's very useful with this kind of product. When you have your resin mold, it's better that if you use first the bonding primer and then you paint them. Here. Let's see. This is the bonding primer that I am going to use, and just with the brush I am going to apply this. Okay. Let's do this very fast. So, con este primer que estoy usando ahorita, pues ya queda la superficie no tan, ¿cómo les diré? Cuando tenemos una superficie porosa es más fácil poder agregar la pintura. Ahorita la superficie está muy lisa, entonces por eso necesitamos un primer que de esta manera nos va a permitir poder trabajar después con la pintura y que la pintura no se caiga tan rápido. Se va a adherir mejor a nuestra figura. Por eso es necesario usar el bonding primer. Esto es lo recomendable cuando usan su base que es de cristal o cuando es de metal o en este caso que las piezas son de resina. Cuando las piezas son de otro material, pues pueden usar el gesso, pueden usar el acrylic primer. Pero en este caso que la pieza es de resina, lo mejor es tratar de usar tratar de conseguir usar el bonding primer. I'm telling them that if you have your resin pieces or glass pieces or metal pieces, it's best to use the bonding primer at, at the beginning. If the pieces are made of clay or wood or other kind of products of materials, you can use gesso or you can use just the acrylic primer. But with these pieces that are made with resin, it's better to use. Hi Imran, how are you? It's better to use first the bonding primer. With some of my products, I prefer to put a piece of plastic and it's going to be easy to open the jar later. So I have this, and then as I told you at the beginning, I have here a flower that I made with clay. As you can see, this is not resin, so I'm not going to use right now the bonding primer with this one. I have here the mold from Stamperia that I use for this flower, and I'm going to do 2 more flowers. Maybe I'm going to choose this one to put here, here, and here. Okay. When I use this kind of molds, I use cornstarch or baby powder. to put right here, and then I put the clay. I know that some of you are in vacations, but you can watch the live anytime. So this is a brush that I only use with this cornstarch. This is from my kitchen, and I put here. In this way, I'm going to demold easily the clay. So I have here the clay in a bag that it's in another bag that it's in another bag. And that's it. Here it is. And I'm going to need another one. Again, I'm going to use the cornstarch and then the clay. Como les estaba explicando ahorita, estoy usando maicena de la cocina que tengo en un botecito y que uso con este pincel que solamente uso para la maicena. Y este truco lo pueden usar ya sea para los moldes de silicón o en este caso para los moldes de plástico. Así es más fácil desmoldar. Muchas veces algunas usan aceite de bebé. Yo prefiero no usar aceite de bebé porque las piezas quedan oleosas y entonces ya después hay que estarlas limpiando para poderlas pintar. Yo prefiero usar la maicena y así ya es más fácil poderlas desmoldar mis piezas. ¿Por qué las hago hasta ahorita? Porque como la pieza es curviada, necesito tenerlas frescas. Entonces, eso fue mi molde de estampería y estas las voy a pegar aquí. ¿Ok? ¿Cuál era el derecho? ¿Cuál es el revés? So I'm going to glue this right here. For this, I am going to use the express glue. I bought baby wipes during the week, but I don't find them. And here I am going to glue this. Entonces ahorita lo que estoy haciendo es pegar las figuras que acabo de realizar. Tal vez les dé una secada rápido para que seque el pegamento. Hi Beata, how are you? Good night there. Here in Mexico, it's 11 a.m. It's morning. And the other one, it's going to be in the other side, right here. Okay, and again with express glue. You can also use the heavy body gel to glue these pieces. Right here. And I'm going to try. My next step is going to use the crackle medium. So let me dry a little bit the house because the first layer has to be very, very dry. Como mi siguiente paso es poner el craquelador, lo que tengo que hacer es verificar que efectivamente ya toda la casa esté bien seca para poder aplicarlo. No necesitamos que la pintura esté húmeda, necesitamos que esté completamente seca. Entonces, necesito secar un poco. Pues va a ser rápido porque realmente ya la pintura está muy seca. Yo digo que aquí donde estoy haciendo mucho calor. Entonces, necesito secar. Nada más comprobar que esté bien seco y entonces aplicar el crackle medium. The colors that I choose are these ones. This is cappuccino. This is the color that I am going to use. This is going to be for the roof, for this part, and maybe for this one, okay, for the circle. And the color that I am going to use for the house is going to be this one. I love this color. This is very soft. And the color is country blue. Okay. These are the colors that I am going to use for the house. For the roses, I choose 3 colors. The colors are going to be these ones. This pink is baby pink. This is from the Decor Pentacolor. This one is just pink, and this one it's softer, and this is cherry blossom. And let me see. I am going to move a little bit the laptop because here I have the other colors. Sorry. Maybe I'm going to use this color too. This is cream white. This is going to be for the windows. So my next step is this one. I'm going to use a crackle medium. This is one step crackle. Remember that sometimes for using the crackles, we need the 2 steps products. For this one, you need a color that it's going to be the background. Then you are going to need the crackle medium and then another color. Maybe the first color can be gold color, then the crackle medium, and then you are going to use a softer color or a darker color. So you can change the background. This is not going to be all the time that the background has to be a darker color. Lo que les digo es que como voy a usar un craquelador, este es un craquelador de un solo paso. Pero lo que necesitamos son 2 pinturas. La primera, que es como ya hice ahorita, que es esta, que es la oscura. Después se usa el craquelador y después se puede usar un color claro. O, por ejemplo, pueden poner como la base un color dorado, después el craquelador y después se puede poner ya sea un color claro o un color oscuro y en las cuando empiece a craquelar, pues se van a ver las bases, que es el color dorado. Entonces, ahorita como ya está, lo que estoy esperando a que enfríe un poquito, que no esté caliente, em, y lo que voy a hacer es que voy a empezar a aplicar el craquelador. Lo único que quiero que craquele va a ser el color azul. El color azul yo lo voy a aplicar en esta parte de la casa y aquí. Blue color is going to be right here and here. And this is going to be our product for this part uh, of the project, okay? So I am going to apply the crackle medium just in this part. As you can see, it's clear, the color. Como pueden ver, es transparente y lo voy a aplicar. Entonces, ¿dónde voy a poner el color azul? No lo voy a aplicar en todo el techo y eso no quiero realmente que se vea craquelado. Lo que quiero que se vea craquelado es el color azul. Entonces, por eso solamente lo estoy aplicando en esta parte. Y lo voy a aplicar en la parte del frente, que también va a ser de color azul. Muchas veces no necesitamos hacer un proyecto así súper complicado para mostrar cómo pueden usar los productos. Y pues espero que las ideas que les vayamos dando aquí, y después ustedes las pueden aplicar a algún proyecto pues más elaborado, más grande. La verdad es que los productos de Pentac es- eh, son muy rendidores, a mí me gustan muchísimo. Y pues aquí es difícil conseguirlos, pero yo sé que en otros países pues es fácil. Por ejemplo, en Estados Unidos pues está Teresa, que los distribuye con su marca de papeles y demás, pero también tiene todos los productos de Pentac. Entonces, pues en Estados Unidos es fácil poderlos conseguir. Y pues también en Europa. He platicado con chicas de Sudamérica y me dicen que allá no es fácil conseguir los productos de Pentac. En México, la verdad es que tampoco. Pero si algún día los llegan a tener o consiguen a alguien que se los pueda vender, la verdad es que vale muchísimo la pena. If you can find this kind of products in your country, honestly, you are going to pay for an excellent, excellent brand. And your projects are going to be very beautiful with these products. And I love this brand because, as you know, they have new releases during the year and they are trying to look for better options for us. So this is going to be the crackle medium. I have to wait that the crackle medium dries So we have to wait a little bit, but in the meantime, I'm going to do other things, okay? For example, I can paint the windows, I can paint the flower. Another important thing that I am going to use is this one. I don't know the name in English, but I am going to use these sticks, good sticks. The doctor used to use these sticks. Maybe you know these sticks. In Mexico, we call them lenguas. I don't know the name in English, sorry. Maybe the people who speaks in English can help me with this. And I put these little sticks in some pieces. Let me find all the pieces that I have here. Okay, I have here some little pieces. And these pieces, I am going to glue them right here because this is going to be our roof. So I am going to glue them like this. And this is going to be the roof right here. And then I am going to use laser gel. Okay. So let me paint this first, and then we can start with the roof. And the color that I am going to use for these windows is this one. The color is cream white, and this time is also from the Decor Paint Chucky line. Maybe you cannot see the color because it's like white. But with the bonding primer, it was a little bit glossy, and with the cream white, and this is not going to be glossy anymore. Con el bonding primer quedan las piezas como brillantes. Entonces ahorita que ya estoy aplicando la pintura, que esta es pintura como si fueran el acabado más o menos de lo que conocemos como pintura la tiza. Entonces queda el acabado mate. Entonces, pues sí se va a ver diferente a como lo teníamos, porque lo teníamos solamente con el bonding primer. El color es claro, entonces tal vez no vean la diferencia. Pero lo que sí se puede ver es que este, por ejemplo, se ve glossy, se ve brillante, y este ya no se va a ver así, porque ya tenemos la pintura, el Decor Paint Chucky. The color is cream white. El color es como color crema, blanco crema. Entonces es un color muy clarito. Después, para hacerlo más vintage, pues podemos usar los anti-aging gels o podemos usar el anti-aging paste o algún otro producto. Pero ahorita todo va a quedar como muy plano. Ya después, pues se pueden agregar otros productos y ya, como que se le resalta más. También necesitamos que esto seque. So it's not glossy anymore. It's matte to finish because of the paint that I use for this. Okay, let's paint the rose. This was cream white. Hi, Anna. How are you? So nice to see you here. Welcome. For these roses, maybe first I am going to use this color, that it's cherry blossom. People who know me knows that I love the roses. I have to clean my hands, but I don't find my baby wipes. Okay. How are you, Anna? Right now, this this product that I applied, the crackle medium, is drying, but it's going to take some time. Okay. I am just going to paint this in this color. You know that when I finish the live, sometimes I take care of the details. Sometimes during the live, we don't have time to paint everything carefully. But at the end, we can work a little bit in all the little details. Oh, I have my kids. Well, not my kids. My boys had vacations last week, so I couldn't finish the album. But maybe I can show you how it looks right now. That's why I didn't share with you the pictures and the measures from the accordion album of the last slide. But maybe to do something different, right? Like in the meantime, when this is drying, I can show you the album. That was my last video for Pentart. Um, okay, they are pink. Let me clean a little bit my hands so I can show you the album that I did the last time. I enjoyed to do that project. I'm learning scrap techniques and everything. It's a little bit complicated for me to measure everything. Everything has to be very, very perfect. And when we are mixed media, um, I don't know, crafters, not artists, crafters, sometimes we need more time to measure and everything, because with mixed media we can paint and put glue and do everything very, very fast. But with scrap projects, it's so different. Let me show you the album because it's a nice album. I choose a House of Roses. Let me put this right here. This was the album that I did during the last live. I glued here papers, beautiful papers. I love these papers. It's very, very pink, as you can see. I was thinking to put here a frame, and maybe I can use something like this. A frame like this, maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. And maybe I can use this. I love these ephemeras. Look, right here, and maybe more flowers and things. But as I told you, my kids had vacations and I went to see my sister, so I didn't have enough time. I glued here a ribbon. I put here another paper, and this is a beautiful lace that I found in a in a, in a store. And this is the album. As you remember, I only put here the papers. I finished all the decorations right here. I put here some things, some leaves, um, flowers, some decorations. Here I put more papers, as you can see, and I glue here the accordion that we did during the live. Here I put another lace, and here I have some cards. These cards, I glue here some circles in pink, and these cards have to be right here. It looks nice. So I wanted to show you the project that I did last time. I have here more cards for this. And as you remember, here I put magnets and magnets here. So it closes like this. And this is my accordion album. And here are some of the envelopes that we did. And as you remember during the last live, and if you don't remember, you can find you will find the link in Penta Facebook. And here you can see how I paint the molds and how I did the album and how I did the box for the album. And this is going to be like this. And with the ribbon, it looks very, very beautiful. I love the papers that I choose for this one. I don't remember. It's no, it doesn't. It was not from House of Roses. I think it's from Rose Perfume from Stamperia. Those are not my choice. So this was the last project. So it was beautiful. And also, as you remember, I used Penta products to do this thing. So let's continue with our house, that it's our project from today. And I am going to paint the roof with this color. This is cappuccino. Maybe this was too light. Here it's not very important because here we are going to glue the wooden sticks. but let's work a little bit right here. So let's paint right the roof. Maybe I can use the darker color later. Mhm. I remember that I am using this one. I love to use Decoratőr painter kits. These are my favorite paints ever. For the kind of projects that I used to create, I love these ones. And all the colors. And as you can see, it dries very, very fast. Here I'm going to paint with the same color. Ahorita lo que estoy haciendo es pintar con el color capuchino, que es un color clarito. Sigo esperando a que seque el craquelador. Ya que seque, entonces ya aplicaremos el color azul. Lo que les digo es que a veces pues trabajo con los detalles ya una vez terminado el live, porque a veces en el live pues trabajamos así rápido, 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 y pues ya cuando termina el live entonces uno dice, ay, faltó pintarle aquí o faltó pintarle acá. Entonces ya cuando termina el live es cuando puedo hacer. Ahorita que les estaba enseñando el molde, el álbum de acordeón, bueno, fue un álbum que hice durante un live, pero pues no pude terminarlo todo porque la verdad es que es muy rápido a veces como tenemos que trabajar. Entonces, no terminé la decoración, pero ya no me faltaba ponerle los papeles bonitos, ponerle los encajes, así. Entonces, eso ya lo hice después y ya no me falta compartirle las fotos. Tal vez estaba pensando poner el marco como el que les enseñé, pero pues eso ya lo haré durante el fin de semana. Como los chiquillos han estado de vacaciones, bueno, ya no me dio tiempo de terminarlo, pero yo creo que este fin de semana lo termino y les comparto las fotos. Y ya les pongo las medidas de lo que yo hice. Pues también si les gustan esas medidas, la verdad es que quedó de un buen tamaño. Si no, pues pueden agregarle algunos centímetros. Voy a tratar de darle las medidas en centímetros y en pulgadas. I'm going to try to give you the measures in centimeters and in inches because I know that some of you used to work with the inches. Algunas veces sé que prefieren trabajar con pulgadas. En México, la verdad es que trabajamos más con centímetros. Entonces, es como más común usar los centímetros aquí. Pero bueno, puedo tratar de hacer la conversión y compartirles eso. And I'm going to share with you the measures and all the pictures from the album. But I wanted to show you that I did a little bit else, but I didn't finish yet. No, es que a veces necesita que los chiquillos estén en la escuela para poder hacer los proyectos, sentarse a trabajar y que no haya alguien pidiendo algo. sometimes we need that the kids and our children are at school because when they are in vacations, they ask for something all the time. So in Mexico, they used to have 2 weeks um, for vacations in this spring break. So sometimes I couldn't do all the projects when my kids are right here. Because as mom, I have to cook and I have to do a lot of things in my house. Let's paint this. Maybe later with more time, I'm going to paint inside. Okay, but I want to show you right here. And another time right here. Okay, it's going to be okay. And then we can glue the little sticks in the roof. Okay. For the sticks, I am going to use the heavy body gel. Remember that you can find the heavy body gel glossy or matte. Okay. And for the sticks, I am going to put the heavy body gel right here. And I am going to glue this right here. I'm just applying the heavy body gel. Sometimes I used to work next to my body and I forget that I'm doing a live. Sorry. Okay, let's do this. And here. I hope you can see what I am doing. I'm trying to see in my screen. Yes. So let's put more glue, more heavy body gel right here and right here. And we can glue this right here. And again. I love to use this gel because it glues very strong. It's very strong. So I don't know if you can see, but this is what I am doing. I'm trying to do this. And again, another little piece here. And another little piece right here. Mm, This is one part of the roof. And the other part is going to be the same. I have to glue all the little pieces in the other side. We are using again the heavy body gel. Entonces, como les dije al principio, estoy usando abatelenguas que yo corté previamente para no estar cortando ahorita durante el en vivo. Y bueno, los estoy pegando con el pegamento que les mostré, el heavy body gel. Le voy poniendo un poquito de pegamento en algunas partes de la tablita. Y las voy poniendo aquí. Este pegamento es muy fuerte. Ahorita pues lo ven como si fuera un gelecito blanco. Cuando seca, seca transparente. En este caso yo escogí el glossy, pero también hay la opción mate. Entonces, pueden escoger cualquiera de las dos que ustedes quieran y la verdad es que ya que seca y que se pone transparente, van a ver que es un pegamento que les va a ayudar a pegar las piezas que son muy pesadas o las piezas que quieren que queden muy bien pegadas. Este pegamento, la verdad, es genial. Para cuando se necesita pegar, por ejemplo, las piezas de resina que a veces quedan pesadas, ponen este pegamento así como lo estoy haciendo yo, no ligerito con un pincel, sino una buena capa y van a ver que les va a pegar súper bien. Vamos, sí necesitan dejarlo secar. Por eso ahorita lo estoy aplicando en lo que terminamos de pintar y todo, para que empiece a secar. So let's use more of these little sticks right here. Maybe this one. I'm just gluing this with the heavy body gel. And when it's dry, I'm going to paint this with lasso gel. It needs some time to dry and to glue very well, but it's worth it. Okay, we have finished the roof. Sometimes when we see something, a little piece at the market, it's like, oh, it's great, but I don't like the colors. So we can do something like this and we can change it. So I am going to wait this, and then I am going to use the color that I choose. This is going to be the country blue, and this is going to be for the house. This is the color that I am going to use. And we are going to see the crackles. As you can remember, I applied this one, the crackle medium. So we are going to see crackles very, very fast. You don't have to paint and paint and paint over and over again, because the product is going to start working right now. When we were painting the roof and when we were gluing all the pieces for the roof, the crackle medium was drying. And right now, we're going to see the crackles that we want. Okay, here they are. Can you see them? So we're going to see just a little bit of the brown color that we had at the beginning from this one, because we're going to start seeing the crackles. So that's why I told you that it was not very, very important to be very, very perfect with the first color, because the color that we're going to see more, it's the second color, the color that we apply when after the crackle medium. So the house is not going to be brown anymore. I cannot move the house a lot because the glue is also gluing. It's drying. So let's work very, very careful. Entonces, como lo pueden ver, ya no se va a ver nuestra casita café. Ahora ya se está viendo azul. El café es lo que les decía que es lo que se van a ver las craqueladas. Por eso les decía que si ponen como base un color dorado y después, por ejemplo, aplican el azul, bueno, el craquelador y luego el azul, se van a ver los destellos de dorado, pero el color que va a predominar más va a ser el que apliquen en la segunda capa. Ahorita no importa que se nos pinten un poco las otras piezas, la verdad es que hay que trabajar como rápido para empezar a ver los craquelados y que no se dan como divisiones. Entonces, por eso no importa que se nos pinte un poco el aro o así, eso ya podemos trabajarlo después. En el aro no puse craquelado. We have to work a little bit faster because we are seeing the crackles, and it's better to continue painting. Don't stop. I love those crackles. And this is an easy product to use. I used to have a lot of problems with the crackle mediums that I found here in Mexico. And since I found this crackle medium, I don't change it. Oh, I have here a problem. I touched the roof and it was a problem here. This is because, as I told you, the heavy body gel needs some time to start working. Okay, let's finish with the blue. Okay, as you can see, we have crackles everywhere. And we need, again, a honeyman here. Okay. Let's give me some time to glue this. this is the finish that I want. Here we have all the crackles. And this looks very, very good. I don't know if you can see them. This is just one layer of the blue color, and we can see all the crackles here. Don't paint again because you are going to cover all the crackles that you got. Okay? Here I have the other rose. The other rose is going to be right here. And here we have the windows. So I hope this is a little bit different from the first house that I showed you, that it was completely brown with gold. To make it more vintage, you can put you can use, for example, antique yellow, white, and maybe brown, and this is going to look different, very, very different from. Ahorita lo que voy a hacer es que otra vez con el Heavy Body Gel voy a pegar las ventanas aquí y también para la rosa le voy a pegar arriba. Para hacerlo un poquito más vintage, puedo usar los anti-king gels en colores. Oh. Y bueno, ya va cambiando, ya no es la misma casa que estaba al principio, que era dorado con café. Se va viendo diferente con todos los toques y detalles que se le van poniendo. Here it is. It looks different in my. Necesito pintar las rosas, nada más que ahorita necesito un poco de tiempo para que todo se seque bien y poder seguir trabajando, para que no se vuelva a despegar el techo y todo. Yes, I love these cracks. Maybe you can help a little bit with the heat gun to get more cracks, but you have to sometimes to stop to don't, if you don't want to get small crackles. I think that these crackles are good enough because they are big. It looks old, but the crackles are not very, very real, right? So as you can see, just with two paints and the crackle medium, it changes a lot. It's very, very different. And for example, we can use this lasso gel. This is the product. This is the jar that I have. And let me see, I have here a brush. Small brush. I don't wash my brushes yesterday, so it needs more time. This is the laser gel, and look, I'm just using a thin layer of this laser gel, and with the good sticks, we can get the good effect. Let me show you here because the roof is having problems. You don't have to paint over and over, as it can looks like an all good. Maybe you can apply a little bit of water. And it's going to look good. Let me repair again the roof. I'm having a lot of problems with this roof. Let's use more of this product. Um, this is a problem that I am working and it's not completely dry. When you are at your house and you can let this dry for a couple of hours, it's more better. Okay. And to finish, I bought these flowers and we can glue these flowers right here. Let me see if I can use my heat gun, my glue gun this time. And this is going to look very, very different. When we're going to glue this right here. And right here. And for example, if you want this to look more vintage, you can use antiquing gels. My favorite colors are these ones, the ochre and the brown. I think that these ones. And for example, you can use these antiquing gels in this way. Mhm. I'm not going to use a lot of water right now because, as you can see, the heavy body gel is drying. So this is my water. I'm not going to apply the water here in the mold. Ahorita no le voy a aplicar mucha agua al molde porque como apenas está secando, si no, ya no va a secar el heavy body gel. Entonces necesito aplicar el agua desde acá y secar un poquito. Por ejemplo, para las ventanas, ese podría ser una opción. Ahorita el color que le puse fue el ocre, fue este. Y a lo mejor aquí en las orillas de la casa, here in the corners, we can use this one. So these are some of the ideas that I have for today. Let me see if I can glue here the flowers. Put this. As I want to show you how this looks, I am going to use the glue gun. Maybe for these flowers to cover a little bit this pink, you can use first the white and just little touches of the pink that I put here. But right now I can do a lot of things because it's not completely dry, as I told you. And let's use these flowers again. Put this again. I like it. I think that it's very, very different from the first house that I got. Creo que así me gusta más de como estaba al principio. Espero que ustedes opinen lo mismo. La primera vez que se las enseñé era café con dorado. La verdad es como que no me encantaba mucho cómo estaba decorada. Me falta poner un poco más del heavy body gel, me falta corregir un poco las flores, pero necesito tiempo a que se seque, a que sequen bien los pegamentos, a que seque bien el craquelado para que al momento de echar un poco de agua no se me venga toda la pintura. Entonces, hasta aquí la voy a dejar y después les voy a subir las fotos de cómo va terminada. Espero que les haya gustado, espero que les hayan gustado algunos de los productos que les enseñé hoy. Por ejemplo, lo que más a mí me gusta es, por ejemplo, el craquelador. Este es una maravilla, me encanta porque se puede usar muy fácil, no necesitan mucha ciencia para poderlo trabajar. Y el otro color, la otra cosa que me gustó fue usar hoy el azul gel, que es que se usa como muy poquito y pueden tener un acabado como si fuera de madera. Estos las Surgel vienen en, ay, este no es la tapa. Vienen en muchos colores y lucen muy bonitos. Por ejemplo, si pueden ver de las fotos que tengo en mi Instagram, tengo una casita igual, donde usé el Azur Gel, pero uno verde. Y la casita está en fondos verdes. La verdad es que se ve muy linda. Entonces, pues esas son algunas de las ideas que yo traía para hoy, para el proyecto de primavera que me tocó hacer y espero que les haya gustado. Después les mando más fotos en mi Instagram y también en el grupo de Pentacolor. y muchas gracias por haberme acompañado. Recuerden que pueden seguir viendo los videos en YouTube o en la página de Pentacolor. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watch this. I'm going to finish later because I need more time for this to be completely dry to the finished all the flowers and everything. But this is the idea that I have for today. And I just going to finish painting this when they are dry because as you can see, the roof falls a lot of times, and I need this heavy body gel to be completely dry, and I'm going to apply just the antiquing gel, this one. I hope you like it, and thank you so much for being here, and have a nice weekend, and follow all the lives from the artists from Pentart. Bye bye from Mexico. Have a nice day.